and the more you know, the more you earn. So that's like how, and the more, it's just like the more you
Fucking
know.
wish that was true in my case, bro. But like, maybe I gotta move to Florida for that little mentality to work out in my favor. The more I know, the poorer I get. God damn it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another week of Talking Trubbish. I'm your host, Matthew, and I'm here with my buddy, Jacob, as always. What's going on, dude? How you doing, buddy?
Good. You know, just another week.
It's been a fucking week. Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, no. I mean, honestly, it's just, it's every week. Every week is a week. Just, you know, a different week, same shit. But no, I mean, a lot of shit has been going out in the world. Just trying to, outside of like my work, like shenanigans, there is the world, or more of the United States shenanigans.
Honestly, how are you dealing with everything? I'm a bit overwhelmed because I feel like in the past 3 weeks, 4 weeks, like my entire worldview has been completely shattered. And it's not from ignorance, because I feel like I'm extremely like politically aware. But I'm not gonna lie, dude. The fact that like all these conspiracy theories are like being proven like true is kind of fucking with me right now.
And the one that cracks me up the most is I got tagged. I think it was Garen or who it was, where all these conspiracy theories are becoming true except for the flat Earth theory. Because I don't know if we actually talked about it here. Maybe we did or didn't, but I
think very brief. Like we joke about it, you know, but no, we haven't talked about it.
Yeah, I don't remember per se if we actually had like a full-on conversation about that, but I do recall it being brought up in one of the podcasts. I don't know if it was a bonus, if it was the Pokemon podcast, or here in the beginning with Chris, but it's always funny. I'm always associated with it, but I'm just very open-minded to the ideas of hearing these interesting conspiracy theories. I'm like, okay, it's a possibility. I'm not gonna knock it because look what the fuck happened,
dude. At this point, I'm like, yo, it's all on the table now, son. Like, yo.
Bro, we should put that pyramid that they have with the conspiracy. We should pop it up here. In the thing is, where in this pyramid? I don't remember. I don't know if you have it like off like in front of you or anything like that, but it was pretty high up there for the Pizzagate, right?
Yeah, let's actually do this. Let's pause and let's come back and let's actually pull it up. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, we're back. We got the pyramid.
Bro, when I said it was high up there, I didn't know it was at the highest.
Wait. It's like not even fathomable for like realistic people, right?
It says on here detached from reality, right?
Detached from reality.
Like
QAnon, deep state, Pizzagate.
Oh boy.
The adrenochrome. Fuck, dude. Like,
wait, the Bill Gates. That's actually a thing.
The depopulation conspiracy. That I don't believe that one was in the thing. I mean, Bill Gates is in the fucking list. You know
did you see? But like, did you see that there was like? I think he's the one that started this like whole COVID conspiracy thing. Like
dude.
Bro, the videos that I see are so crazy that I don't know, bro. Like, I've heard real bad shit about Bill Gates where back in the day I thought like I associated Bill Gates with like, holy crap, like, you know, he's a smart person, all this
Yeah.
stuff, right?
Like
And
philanthropic, like trying to stop AIDS and shit, you know?
yeah. But there's a lot of crazy shit.
So, dude, okay, the thing that I think was interesting is the like the QAnon and the deep state stuff. Um, like I understand why, like in the conspiracy theory pyramid, they would be said like detached from reality. I do think that with this entire like reveal of the Epstein thing, like the irony that it was Epstein and Steve Bannon that literally created like QAnon and the entire like deep state conspiracy being confirmed was crazy. But the fact that they were the ones that created it,
Right.
like the, like they even say so like did you hear about like Ghislaine Maxwell's and like Reddit and that whole thing?
No.
So Ghislaine Maxwell alleged so the rumor or the conspiracy, quote unquote, is that there's been one prolific political commentary account on Reddit that's like a prolific moderator that goes by the username MaxwellHill or something. And the postings of that account, one, the language that is used on the account is very British, just like Maxwell is in real life. The second one is it's like started in like early 2000s. So it's like a really old account. But also the postings of it are almost exclusively like political commentary as well as like economics, like really high level worldview things.
Mm-hmm.
And also has been like solely responsible for like steering the direction of political social discourse in society because the Reddit thread of politics that this account is one of the like upper tier moderators on, like, is very influential in steering like what is talked about and what isn't as much.
Hmm.
The craziest reason why people are like convinced that this is her is for two reasons. One, the time there's two dates that directly line up to the account's posting habits. And the first one is, I think like Ghislaine Maxwell's mother or something died, and the like 3 day window that it was reported that she was away for the funeral was also the 3 days that the account didn't post. And then the second one is the day that she got arrested is the last day that the account has posted.
Oh shit.
So you have Epstein and Steve Bannon that started like QAnon and like the deep state stuff. And then you have Maxwell, who is theorized to also be running point on controlling political media at large. Like this shit is way above everything, man. So like I'm looking at a lot of these
That's
because it's like, Hollow Earth.
that is it funny that I think that was crazy, but not the flat earth one?
Okay, what do you think? Okay, honestly, I would. Okay, because I believe that the Earth is round. I do think though, the flat Earth theory part that I do actually think has a lot of weight. Because I'm gonna say this: after this QAnon and deep state stuff and this like secret satanic ritual shit is all kind of being proven true on some level. Even Pizzagate, like, yeah, it wasn't a pizza shop, but the references themselves, very true. Very true.
The code words and shit.
Like, yeah, the code words. Um, the references to like Wayfair, like that's on here too. But like I feel like the reason why conspiracy theories are such a like a sticky topic is because there is a level of truth that I think is being found in a lot of these that are now being shown to be true. So like QAnon, there's not everything lined up 100% is true, but like the majority of the things are kind of proven. The theory behind the deep state is being shown to be very much true. The secret satanic rituals have been alluded to in the email leaks and like, dude, the presidents, bro, presidents. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's fucked up if that's true. Like that's how, like we're talking 30, 35 years of administrations that this has gone on for. Like this is both parties. This is not a party thing
No, no, no.
at
Yeah,
all.
it's both. It's
This
both.
is this is an institution thing. Like at its core. And it's like I feel like our generation, like from talking to like our friends and stuff, it's like even the ones that are, you know, do view things different than you or me politically, like this is honestly the one thing that I think is like the straw that's breaking the camel's back is like, thank God this is being considered unacceptable. But unfortunately, the general population and like what we want as citizens is not being reflected in like our government because like other countries are holding their leaders, like people are stepping down and resigning. Nobody here.
Mm-hmm.
And that like nobody here is being held accountable
No,
at
they're
all.
not. They're not.
Like
And it I don't know how stupid. Like the thing is, okay, this actually kind of ties in. Like everyone has their right to their own beliefs, but this is my belief as to how this actually is, which is kind of
okay.
crazy because we have this whole thing of this pyramid that we have here, right? We have this pyramid, and we are detached from reality, right? Because they're making us look crazy, so they go under the radar, right? Obviously, not everything that's there, right?
Yeah. It's gaslighting. It's
Yes, in now gen whatever the fuck we are now, like and nowadays they're gaslighting us, and they are making us look, or whoever are these people and these things. Sure, some of these are crazy, like flat Earth. Sure, I'm crazy, but but certain things, like they're like they really were like, no, like you're absolutely crazy. How is that possible? Why would
yeah.
these people do this? Why would anyone eat this? Like that's not possible. It is possible now. Like,
Okay. Like the the government has openly admitted that UFOs exist, that aliens exist, and like not explicitly said like there's other life on other planet, but they've said that they know of shit.
mhm,
Like these files have been like released recently, especially the UFO shit. They're like, we have no fucking idea what that is. Like,
uh,
and like the thing about it is like honestly that doesn't even phase anybody anymore with the
yeah.
way that like the news cycle has been going because it literally just has felt in the past like god dude the past fucking year like it is just one like catastrophe ready to happen after the next. And fuck dude man after the past few weeks and shit I'm drained.
Yeah.
and this is not the time to like tap out because this is the worst that it's been. But like, fuck, dude. Like, I'm tired, dude.
Yeah, dude, there's just so many things that I've been like just it's a lot. And it's just honestly sad. I think the newest one was with the general what's that lady's name?
Oh, Pam Bondi.
Yes. She basically like said crazy things.
Dude, she pretty much just said, fuck y'all, man.
Like,
That's what she said. She said, fuck
yeah.
y'all.
The fact that she lied under oath is, unless if that was AI, which I don't think it was.
No, because I watched the thing live. Like, she said
I
that shit. It's just like, well, the thing about it is just like, you can catch. I mean, we already like know that they all fucking lied because you have Cash Patel, Pam Bondi, and Dan Bongino. All the motherfuckers in the administration are just like, there ain't nothing to see here. There's no other co-conspirators. It was Jeffrey Epstein and this Maxwell bitch the
That's it.
whole time, and that's it.
So like, why are fucking things redacted? Like, why are things like blacked
It's the
out?
deep state, bro.
It's like
the deep state.
it's just, dude.
It's the
just like
deep state, man.
it's just crazy to me to think that, you know.
Here's the thing. I'm terrified to put this episode out because like this is the most that we've ever talked quote unquote politics, and this is not a political issue.
It's not.
Like,
It's
this
not.
is fucking insane, right?
I've seen like very like popular podcasts that talk about straight conspiracy theories, like straight like crazy things that like, oh, like, did you see this, and then like add it up to this, and like, they just do like little clips of like holy shit, like like this is actually like something to think about. But these are literally things that are being said out. Everybody can see in the news. Everyone can see in
Yeah.
social media. I can see. I was actually threatened lately in terms of what I was saying, but I'm like, I'm literally saying what is out there already, right? There is absolutely nothing. Um, and also like, I mean, to me, one thing that I've always talked about, putting like kind of going on a little tangent right now,
Yeah.
was the
No, go
school
on that
system.
tangent, son.
The school system, right? The school system that I actually saw this thing. Have you? I don't know if it's a conspiracy theory or what to call it, but it's regarding the what is it called? The Rockefeller like family.
Okay.
That
Yeah, another
that they
rich
are the
family. Yeah.
the ones that are, they created this whole system because they're so rich, where they are enforcing like you to learn to go to school. You have to go to school to be like this thing, and then they create this whole cycle where they're in charge, or they also are some kind of like where they benefit from like the medicine and all that stuff, where you go to school, you want to do the 9 to 5, work 9 to 5, then you get sick because you're constantly doing 9 to 5
They're
in this whole like
grinding.
cycle. Then you get medicine, you get sick, you get medicine, then you go into retirement, and this whole like cycle that they have, like, where if I can find the video, it's fine, but like I don't know if anyone else has ever seen that, where
Dude, I want to like fully devote like an episode to like major conspiracy theories and like unpack them because I just find them so fascinating, and especially after all this shit, like I'm my like curiosity for them has just like completely been like unleashed, man.
yeah,
So, like,
I mean, I think
because here's
it's
the thing.
interesting.
Here's the thing. They said the 5G is toxic, is like more likely to have happened than the deep state and QAnon and Pizzagate shit.
Yeah,
Like the freaking was it the vaccines have microchips is more likely to have happened. The Titanic never sank is more likely to have happened than these things. Avril Lavigne definitely got replaced though, fam. Like,
what about the Biden is a robot, or they had like a mask like behind
Biden
like
just I have we actually seen him talk or do something like since
I
his
have not seen the
presidency?
man. Yeah, I have not
Like,
seen the what the
dude,
fuck? What?
they be
I just real.
hiding him, man. Like, holy shit,
Holy
dude.
shit.
Alien abductions is more likely. Dude, I believe that shit now. Like 100%. Dude, if they came out in like 2 weeks or a month and said like Area 51's real thing, we have aliens that are like living in the Marianas Trench or like deep in the ocean, I would believe that shit. Because like, okay, this is the conspiracy theory like I honestly believe. I do think like our advent of technology, cell phones, computers, microchips, etc., is a result of like alien technology. For some reason, that just makes sense to me because our progression of like mankind just suddenly shot up like really fucking fast. And
Actually,
it
yeah.
like thousands of years we were still using like peasant tools, and then we go into like the industrial age, right? And then suddenly we get the computer chip, and then in like 30 years we are here.
We went from the early 2000s or even like
Yeah,
2000 to the year of 2026. The gap difference of technology between then and now, which is only 25, 26 years, we'll just say 25 for the sake that we just started this year. And if you were to go, I don't know, actually, maybe you may know this, but what is the gap in terms of technology, or where we're at from 1975 to the year 2000?
that I don't know off the
Right?
top of
Like,
my head, I think about like the technology and I'm like, it wasn't that crazy. Like, I mean, thinking back on it, it's like, I mean, yeah, we have the luxury of because our shit's popping right now, but like to think about like what are we? I have like a full HD webcam right now. I'm on a like a dual monitor system. That's I have LED lights, and this entire thing is run off of a computer.
mhm,
Like, and the computer's not even open. Like, so it's just like, and
right.
that would not have been able to happen 5 years ago.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So the fact that like our cell phone alone, like
It's
the
a mini
technology
computer.
jump in the past like 10, if you went
10
back
years.
in time 7 years with this phone, you would literally like be locked up because this phone has the capability of having an entire AI model run natively on it. Like, that's on in 2017 AI didn't exist.
Right.
Like, that was when the transformer chip for it was created, which allowed the architecture for the entire thing to skyrocket. And since 2017, AI is now singularly the largest like industry on the planet, to the point where like the theory is like it may cause the like collapse of the global economy too, but like that's for much more smarter minds than myself to argue. I'm
Right.
just like, I read it on the debate and like I have my own opinions we'll talk about at a later time on all this stuff, but like I'm just seeing the progression of technology's advancement, but like I'm just looking at it from a like how quick it progressed, because I don't know, man. I grew up watching Star Trek and shit, and it's like they
Back
always
in the
do like
future.
Back to the Future.
Back to the
Like,
future, yeah.
there's just like when I sit and think about how shit works, stuff still doesn't make sense to me. Like when I try to actually conceptualize how the internet works, I cannot actually wrap my head around. There's like the only way that my brain can wrap my head around is like we created like a communication dimension. That's the only way like my brain can wrap around like the internet, because it's not like a thing we can physically see
Right.
at
Yeah.
all. But we're told it exists on this, like a chip. And thousands
Yeah.
of these in like a closet room, like a big server farm. We're told that's what the internet is. And I'm
It's
like,
just insane.
so that, yeah, dude, it's like, listeners, I'm sorry, but I'm going through it right now. There's like full on existential crisis, like, but that's where I'm at. I'm just gonna be honest. Like,
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely a lot of shit, like, the Epstein files, just what's going on in general, like in United States, to the extent that like you even have other countries like discussing, like talking about us in their news. I've seen like people in England, other podcasts that are not in the States. Uh, they just like, even to the extent that I didn't know it was that, to this extent that like even like coaches from Manchester City, Pep Guardiola. He's a very known soccer coach that people know. He's coached Barcelona too, where he's even talked about like how certain things, not just United States, other stuff, which I'm not. I'm gonna be straight up. I don't really keep up with the world like news.
yeah, I mean, it's
Uh,
hard, dude. Like, I
yeah,
don't I don't know European politics. I'll admit
right.
that. But
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna still talk about it on this podcast. Like,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like there was some definitely crazy things. Like I think Finland was, just random thing. Finland, I think, was named the I guess if you have a family, the place that you want to live with your family, essentially, like the number one place to
yeah,
be with a family, something along those lines. I was like, random fact. That's kind of cool. Like I didn't know that.
yeah, like
Uh,
quality of life and shit for families is,
yeah,
is really like
yeah.
high
Uh,
there. Yeah,
how another random thing where there's countries that pay you to go live in their country, which I was like, oh shit, really?
yeah, dude, fucking like, let's
uh,
go, baby.
yeah. There was some random ones. If I'm not mistaken, either Japan or China, because it's like different culture or something like that, they pay you. But there's definitely like 10 countries that pay you to
That's
go live,
cool, man.
and I
Would
was
you ever
like,
would you
well,
ever take advantage of that?
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Probably not.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just so accustomed to this, because whenever I go to Bolivia, like I feel like I can't stay there more than a week. I just can't. Like it's just so accustomed to technology, the way of living. Uh, dude, I'm gonna say it, it's just like I'm just spoiled, bro. Like I'm not even gonna
Yeah.
fucking lie.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's a nice change of scenery, but in the terms of like, also I tried to finesse the system where I'm like, oh, okay, like my job could potentially, quote unquote, be remote,
Yeah.
but they're like, okay, you want to move to, I don't know, um Ecuador or Colombia, right? It's like, okay, you can move there if you like, and you can work remote, but we'll pay you the currency over there. I'm like, oh fuck no.
Hell no, bro.
I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, hell no. I know other jobs actually do that, where they let
Yeah.
you live wherever and they still pay you, US,
Yeah.
currency, which would be amazing if I could do that. Then I 100%, like, I maybe then I would consider
Yeah.
that.
For sure.
And I think down the road, like, when I do own my own business, I feel like it would be more of like, not so much living in a different country, more so just having time to myself to travel, do other stuff. So to extent, kind of like, some people like to live somewhere else outside of the state. For me, it's more of just like having more time to myself and the family.
Yeah. If there was like a place that you would go, would Bolivia be that?
Bro, honestly, I'm really that stuck up to like I never really picture myself like ever that being an option. But I guess if I really wanted to, I probably would be, to be honest with you, because my family's either here or
Yeah.
over there. The other option would be potentially
Okay.
Spain or Bolivia, I would say, because I actually do have family in Spain as well. So yeah, it's probably between most likely Bolivia, but Spain would be a very close second.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
What about you?
Dude, I'm like you, man. I love my comforts here, but
Yeah.
it's also the thing. It's just like, dude, this is just home, man. Like,
Hmm.
I can't live anywhere else. I've tried. I've always come back here.
Yeah.
You know, it just, I will never feel more comfortable somewhere else than I am here. Um, and I think that's fine. It doesn't stop me from traveling. Like, I really enjoy traveling and like seeing other things, but it's like for a week. That's
Yeah.
fine. Like, now I'll
Yeah.
come back to like, the safety net, and the comfortability that I'm at. The one thing that I do wish though is like there was just like more culture brought to me, which I know that's such a privileged thing to say. But like I do wish that there was just more diversity where I'm at. Um, because I do appreciate that when I go to like the cities, like the bigger cities, Chicago, DC, LA, like there's just more people, it's more busy, more
Culture.
things to do, more options,
Yeah.
um, food, like that's a
Yeah.
big thing when I travel too. Um,
Yeah, that I mean that'd be interesting. But kind of going back to the knowing the news in the world, like
mhm.
other countries. I mean, they definitely are talking about us and stuff like that. It's just like a lot of things going on here. The soccer coach talking about how sad it is, like seeing the things that have been happening here. Um, which yeah, it's honestly sad. I feel like this is the most I have felt like very detached, like from a lot of people. Like it's just like
Yeah.
different views, and I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or if it's actually like this is the most like divided I feel like we have been as a country in a while.
I think about this a lot, like a lot.
Hmm.
And I get what I truly believe, and this is really hard for me to like actually like believe sometimes,
Hmm.
especially with how heavy like things get. Um, but at my core, I truly do believe that the internet and what's being said in the discourse online is not a reflection of reality. Um, I truly believe that more people are standing up for like decent humanity at this point, and I don't
Hmm.
feel like that is shown online, because of the complete toxic hellscape nature of social media, especially and
With Elon's,
honestly,
yeah.
almost exclusively Twitter or X or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Fuck you, Elon. Fuck you. You're a
Fuck
piece of
you.
shit. You took an already toxic social media network and you made it worse. And your AI Grok is a piece of shit too. In fact, it is probably going to cause the planet to end because it is not safe at all. The fact that, like, he's not locked up for allowing an AI to create, like,
Yeah.
that's not like, I don't get it, man. And it's not like
Yeah.
they really busted their ass to fix it. I mean, that's a feature they created for it. And you would think that when you create a feature that is designed to undress people, you would
Mm-hmm.
have guardrails set in place.
Yeah, you would think
And
so.
that is being shown to not be the case. It concerns me that Grok and XAI is being used by the Pentagon. That was a contract that was announced about like a month ago at this time. That deeply concerns me with just how Grok operates. Sorry, man, totally
I
random tangent. I've been wanting to say that for a long time.
Hey, freedom of speech. We can say what we want. I actually didn't know what that was because I always saw people tagging on like comments. I'm like, why are
Yeah,
they tagging this thing? And then literally this week, I was like, this Grok answered whenever it was like, what is this? Or like blah
yeah.
blah blah. And I was like, oh, okay. I understand.
It. I don't honestly like the thing that frustrates me is just like the complete lack of regulation or oversight or even just common decency or common sense with Grok in particular.
Mhm.
Not to say that the other AI systems are like better, but there is definitely a scale to them. We will talk more in depth about it.
Mhm.
I have a lot of feelings on AI in particular.
Yeah.
A
Special
lot of
episode
good,
for that.
lot of good, but it's a scale, you know. And I want to, you know, I know that this one I took a huge swipe at XAI and Grok and Elon. I think that's deserved. Especially you know recently and all the shit in the Epstein files with him. I mean, he's fucking asking to go to the island, bro. And the funniest thing about this and the most ironic thing is like he probably didn't go to the island because he's fucking lame. Like
Mhm.
Epstein in his email is kind of being like, ah, sorry, bro, the party's like, sorry, man, the party's not really popping. It's not happening then.
It's
You
one
know,
of
I'll
those.
hit you back. You know, it's like even they don't want to party with this dude.
Right. Yeah, no, it's definitely an eye opener of a lot of things, and I can't wait
Yeah,
to hear more about that whenever
it,
we do have a deeper.
he's just like to continue. Sorry, but the last thing I'll say, Elon's been doing like this publicity tour saying that he never went to the island, he turned it down, blah blah blah. All the emails literally was him begging to come to the island, and not only that, he was asking to come to the island specifically when the craziest party was happening.
Damn.
Not just any time. He wanted to know when the craziest party was happening. Do you know what date he sent that on?
No,
Christmas.
really.
What the fuck? You don't have family you could be hanging out with on Christmas?
That's
You don't have anything
crazy.
else that you want to be doing on Christmas, bro?
That's absolutely insane. The it just goes to show you that like money is not the answer. Like it doesn't like people a lot of times say like money brings you happiness. Sure, to a certain extent, but this
I don't. Money buys me calm, but it doesn't buy me happiness. In
right.
fact, like, it doesn't even buy me calm because it doesn't buy me anything. Like, the stress that I have with money is debt. It's not being able to buy something. Like it's feeling like I have an anchor tied to my ankle at all times. Like that's the stress. So it's like for me, the only happiness that money would bring. Okay, for example, if somebody was like, I'll give you any amount that you ask for. Honest to God, the only like amount that I would say is exactly how much debt I'm in. That's the only amount that I would care about.
Do you feel like if someone was to get like say like a crazy number like yo give me 25 mil, like do you think that's like them being very what is the word I'm looking for, selfish, like like not selfish, I
Yeah.
guess selfish.
Um I don't know. This could just be like my privilege talking, but like you like money buys luxuries.
Yeah.
Like I don't need all this. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
truly don't. I it would suck if this is all taken away. Like don't get me wrong, but that's like a comfortability thing. Like I don't need this recording closet. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was recording with you when I'm chilling in
Got
like
a couch.
a spare bedroom,
Yeah.
that's empty, like
Yeah. Yeah.
but I do think that money perverts people.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly this entire Epstein thing shows that.
Yeah.
And the whole like feelings that I have about, the ultra wealthy. But for I think if somebody was asking for 25 mil, they're greedy.
Mm-hmm.
Like honestly, like I mean, I would not feel comfortable asking for more than what I need, but that's
Yeah.
how I was raised.
Right.
Um and like it makes me uncomfortable when people like help me out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Um but what that does though is that causes me to want to like pay it forward, which is like the philosophy that I kind of like live my life by, is like people help me out. So like when I come up with a bag, I want to turn around and help out other people too,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
you know? So
Yeah.
it's like for me money is just like it's a way for me to like make my life comfortable by alleviating the stress of debt, or make me feel good by using money to help somebody else. We donated podcast money to like another host who was going through hard times. We have, another buddy whose house burned down and we all came together to like, have our community, pitch in to help donate. And it's like that stuff is what I wish money was more in society, and not this like hoarding of wealth and like super yacht dick flexing
Right.
that we see. Because honestly the amount of money that like Mark Zuckerberg has put into his super yacht could have fucking like funded education, kindergarten through third grade, which is the most critical time in a child's life to be educated, and you could have made that poppin'. But
Yeah.
no, you needed a super yacht.
Yep. And to kind of like talk like a little bit more on that, it's more like you also have the opposite of that, right, where people like that are rich, you see them with the most either like simple cars. I think John Cena, if I'm not mistaken, the wrestler, which he's now retired, uh
Is he
he was
though?
I don't, well, I don't know, he said he was retired, I don't know,
They
I'm
all be
just
saying that shit, bro, but like I still be seeing him on stuff.
I thought you can't see him though.
You-
You can. No,
if he
but
doesn't do this, if he doesn't do this signal, you could see that motherfucker.
uh, but he's one that he's actually like said like he was driving an old car because it was reliable. I think it was a Honda, if I'm not mistaken, or a Nissan, one of those Nissan, Honda, Toyota, one of those older cars. I'm pretty sure it was a Honda Civic, or where he's had it for a long time because he didn't see the need for it. And he's one of those people that would go to give his time or donate into, like, let's say some, like a kid that has cancer, and they want to see him, and he goes and stuff like that. Or Keanu Reeves, right? He's another one that I feel like has always been given back, even though like that. I know there's other people that are rich that dress very simple, that have a simple life, regardless of the amount of money that they make. And
Yeah.
yes, there's a lot of shit people, but there's the good thing is that there is some of those good people too. And that's like what I feel like if I was like in that, like, I guess that level of richness, I would be like that too. And I have seen myself at work, people that have moved up and their mentality of how they are changed in a negative way, where they're like, they just think they're entitled, whether
Yeah.
it's, you know, friends, family. I like to remind my close friends and family when they get like, are like, yo, you're starting to make six figures, like, yo, good shit, bro. Don't let that shit change you. Right.
Yeah.
Um,
You need to
and
give them just like a good dick punch every once in a while. Just if they're acting a fool, just motherfucker.
Yeah, I always like that encouragement too. Like, if anyone ever sees me like acting any different, like, I like that. Like, yo, like come here real quick. It's like, wow.
Bop, bop, bop.
You back to being old, bitch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely like those reality checks. If for some reason I like ever derail from the path that I always wanted to be in, I don't think so far I've derailed. Like, hopefully, and I hope that if I ever do, I have a friend that does that. Where I know Matthew would be definitely one of them. Where like he would definitely put me in place if he needs to.
I
Uh,
mean, but that's like what a real friend is. I mean, like you and I both like have had uncomfortable conversations with each other in the past. Just
yeah,
even just getting to know each other and like figuring out just even like a working dynamic,
right,
it's
right,
like, but like if you don't have people who are willing to be real with you, then your ego starts taking over and you become an arrogant piece of shit.
yeah.
And it's like I feel like you need to talk about our conversation with Andre or Pokey House from a couple episodes ago. It's like you don't need a yes man. You need somebody who's going to give it to you on the real.
Mhm. Yeah, you definitely don't want that. I actually have witnessed that in the past with work, where it only gets you so far, where you're like, yes, I got you, don't worry. And then you're just like, I don't know how to fucking do this. Like, right? Like, or things like that, where it's just like, dude, like, it's you want someone that challenges you. Like, I've already said this so many times. Like, I like friends that challenge me intellectually, right? Like, because if they
What
do
what does
this,
what does challenging you look like though?
like, challenging me, not in a way of like, yo, when you're thinking like, yo, I'm gonna challenge you to a fight. It's like nothing negative. It's a challenging, like, in a way of like, it makes me think differently, but in a good way. Like, I'm like, holy shit, I never thought about it this way. I'm like, okay, gives me a new perspective on life, or a new perspective on work, a new perspective on just like about anything, where it helps me grow as a person. So when I get challenged and it helps me think differently, it helps me grow in life. That's how I feel like, you are one of them that has challenged me in many ways. And this is another way of this kind of kissing ass.
Yeah, yo,
But
yo, I'll mail you the 5, bro, but like chill.
I like that. I have a lot of my close friends that I have now are they do that. They help me grow as a person. And I think I've talked about this, like, in a partnership, relationship, friendship. I want someone that's able to challenge me intellectually in a way that helps me grow as a person, right? And a lot of people, that's the thing, a lot of people, when you say challenge, like they're like, what you mean? Like they just like they try to like they put the wall up, right?
Yeah.
They're like,
They get
what do you,
defensive.
right? And it's fine, trauma, maybe, I don't know, could be something that they've gone through, but I'm the
I
type.
think human beings just in general like are adverse to confrontation. So I think like
It's normal, like,
their
yeah.
knee jerk reaction is when somebody's like telling them like you're doing something wrong, your knee jerk reaction is to say, "No, I'm right." And like try to like protect
Like,
yourself
yeah,
instead of just
chest
being like,
up,
"Oh,
like,
dude, that's my bad." Like and then just
right,
take the feedback because
right,
I feel like people don't realize like sometimes feedback is not intended to be cruel or
right.
mean.
It,
Sometimes it's just like, hey man, you don't know that you fucking up. I'm just here to let you know. It's not like a big deal. Like the world's not
yeah,
ending, you know?
it's funny because like you could tell someone, yo, you little short ass bitch, like, and like they get defensive. They
Yeah.
get up. I mean, rightfully so. I would not say that to a random person, but like
Yeah.
I've had like friends that like I would say something joking around, and then they're like they just get defensive about it. I mean, I can't think of like a specific scenario, but uh I think it all comes to, and this is why I mean like being challenged intellectually, because I then have different perspective on different views of everything, where it makes me, if I go to your job, Matthew, and I go there like I'm gonna analyze your job for a day, like I kid you not, like I would, my brain, in which I know your brain is the same way, would be like, hey, like from step 2 to step 5, can't you just do like this thing to just make it just 2 3 steps instead of 5? Like
Right.
my brain, because like I like to be challenged, and I like to, like I always say this, there's a saying I always tell people at work, where I knowledge is power, right? And the more you know, the more you earn. So that's like how, and the more, it's just like the more you
Fucking
know.
wish that that was true in my case, bro. But like, maybe I gotta move to Florida for that little mentality to work out in my favor.
And it's funny because like I sorry. The more, I mean, maybe
The
you
more
do,
I
maybe
know, the poorer I get. God
and
damn it.
I mean, honestly, it's kind of low key true though. Like that
Yeah.
could actually mean that way too, because some jobs do take advantage of that too. Uh, but with that being said, like I feel like for me, knowledge is power, because the thing is, the more I know, the more I know how to manage, the more I know how to deal with people, the more I know how to just talk, and just like in general, like knowing more random stuff uh can benefit me in my own company, right? And not
Yeah.
just in that, but in life, like helping out a friend, being a decent human being in someone's on the side of the road. uh Simple things, like it's just like everything just comes together for me, where like an old lady the other day was in Costco, she was struggling to put the water into her car. I fucking like ran to help her out. She was like, oh my
Hmm.
god, thank you so much, right? I feel like with all of this, to me, like it just all kind of go like comes together, and like it's, for me at least, like all of it is like all like knowledge is power, and then just also being like a decent human being as well, just comes to, for me at least, it's like all just ties together for me. um
Can I do it like a really sappy call out to our listeners
sure.
on this? Because I it's not lost on me that like the episode is kind of like a heavier episode.
Yeah.
But one of the things that hearing you talk about that really kind of inspired this train of thought that I would like to at least like challenge our listeners, the 50 that we have. You know,
30.
um, this week, I want you to at least make a conscious effort to do one kind act for somebody just because. Like, I just want you to make a conscious effort to do one nice thing for something. And what that thing is up to you. But please just think about other people. That is my hope, and my request as you as a listener. You know, you're the best thing you could do for our show right now, besides recommend it to a friend and subscribe to our YouTube channel,
Please do it right now.
is please be kind to your fellow humans, because you don't know what everybody is going through. And especially just in the time that we are in right now, I think a little act of kindness can really make a huge difference in other people's lives in a way that I don't think most of us are really like understanding right now. So that's kind of how I wanted to end the show. I think that's probably the sappiest thing that we plead to our listeners that we can do. But that's generally like something that I live my life and I try to do every week. That's a conscious thing that I do. So I want to challenge that to our listeners for this week.
Do it.
So, all right. Well, thanks again for listening to another week of Talking Trubbish. We will catch you next time. See ya.